Have you ever wondered what really happens to your brain during EMDR therapy? We're going to talk about it today. I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor who treats clients in Colorado and in Florida. So you might be wondering, like, okay, I've seen the fingers moving back and forth or the ball. I understand that there's like some bilateral stimulation or movement that might be happening, but like, how do I know this isn't just some kind of pseudoscience crap? How do I know that this is actually making changes in my brain? What are the changes exactly that this is making? So, and can this really help me? I think is another question a lot of people have. So what EMDR therapy is it is a kind of trauma therapy that helps process through memories that are stuck inside the brain. So oftentimes when something traumatic happens, our brains can't fully process it. And we stay in a state of being reactive and easily triggered by anything the brain sees as being like similar to the trauma that occurred in the past. So EMDR allows our brain to go back and process what happened and store that event as a long-term memory so that we're not constantly triggered by new things that happen to us. So here's some of the things that happen. So the first thing is your brain's memory networks are reconnected. So what often happens is we have like our traumatic or distressing memories are stored in isolation in one part of the brain, disconnected from the other parts of our memory network. So EMDR helps link those to help form a more adaptive picture of this whole event. So instead of just your brain having like this, I'm not safe, your brain can start to understand and link to like, that wasn't safe then, but I am safe now. When we have that, the memory will lose some of its emotional intensity. Another thing that happens is our amygdala calms down. So the amygdala is the part of our brain that sounds the alarm when there is danger. And this gets activated during times of a lot of trauma or stress. But EMDR helps calm that part by showing the brain that there is no threat now, that the threat is no longer real, and helps you calm the amygdala, calm your nervous system with the resourcing tools that EMDR gives you as well. The bilateral stimulation itself is also a calming factor for the amygdala. So this is retraining your nervous system in general to over time be able to have a calmer amygdala to just help it be more calm overall. The next is the hippocampus updates the story. So the hippocampus is the part of the brain that gives context to your experiences, the part that is telling a story around what happened and making sense of it. So with the hippocampus, we're helping the hippocampus understand that this event happened in the past, it's not happening now, and as well as these are old memories. So this is allowing the hippocampus to start to do its job well when it recognizes this isn't our reality now. This is something that happened in the past. The next is our prefrontal cortex can come back online. This is the part that's responsible for like rational decision making. So when we're not constantly triggered and we're not constantly activated, as we were talking about before, we're able to make more choices from a place that are rational. So we might be able to notice like when maybe a relationship isn't serving us, that we've been holding on to out of a lot of fear, that we're going to be alone, for example. So the bilateral stimulation kind of it mimics the brain's natural healing mechanisms and repair mechanisms that it goes into during like REM sleep states. So it's a soothing, healing thing for the brain. It feels really powerful, but a lot of people describe it as very gentle as well. So it's not something where You're maybe feeling these huge shifts at the time, but as you go through sessions, you might be noticing like, wow, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot different. I don't feel as triggered. But you might also notice it more in the moment of like, wow, a couple sets ago that really disturbed me. Now I feel good. EMDR can help with a ton of different conditions: anxiety, depression, like having low self-compassion, as well as like burnout, perfectionism, and PTSD. So over time, you can notice your nervous system just feeling better, calmer, more stable, being able to self-soothe and self-regulate more and better than maybe you could before, healthier self-esteem and self-talk, and better able to set boundaries in your life. So if you are interested in learning more about EMDR, feel free to reach out for a free consultation. Have a great day.